No, I should have
Um,
the ability to find one.
Sometimes I think it is shingles,
Right.
because that's what shingles.
Yeah,
feels
John
like.
was talking
But
about that somewhat.
that's what, when I went to the doctors, I told him about it. He says, well, have you had your shingle shot? And I said, no. And he says, well, in about 6 weeks, you'll probably get the shingles, and I never did. But sometimes it's just real sensitive to rub. I mean, I could push it and it doesn't hurt, but just rubbing it is just real sensitive.
Oh, okay.
So just keep it.
Okay.
It'll go
The
away.
spells, so my character's all up to date.
Nice. Did
Find
you get
sword.
your level up?
Yeah, I did the level up last week.
Those are little shoes.
Oh, okay.
I updated my PDF one.
Okay.
I just had to add some spells on there, so they were. Let's see, what energy map are we on?
Don't you be shutting that door and closing me out.
Yeah. Be gone with you.
You be gone with you.
Gone with you. We're able to start, but see, look, because we got 2 people missing, so I've got his character up there and his character down there.
Oh, he's weird looking.
He's a dragonborn. That's what dragonborns look like.
He's an ugly.
What's the name of the map we're in now, Matt?
It's unidentified. Let me open it up for you.
There,
Okay.
that one.
Could you be gone? Get out of here. Alright, so you have all these crazy snakes.
Jesus.
Jim Jar is now level 1. Or not level 1. 1 hit point. Sorry. Verdugan's at 1 hit point. You got him up. So the paladins, nobody came with them. They went off on their own. Decided to look around. So, what are you guys doing now?
Oh,
They're
we're up
up.
here.
I just want to look at the hook horse bodies, see if there's anything, and then we'll heal them, and then we'll look in the room. And then we'll
You guys got all the way over there, man.
Gotcha. Well, it looked. I mean, the hook horrors were kind of stationed in a very ready position when you came in to attack. They don't have anything on them. They don't really have possessions.
Okay.
Um,
I assume as much.
They did. I mean, this definitely looks more like a home, like where they live. But they were definitely in a defensive stance and ready for you when you came in. Go ahead and make a perception check.
With guidance. 17.
Okay. So off to the you can see kind of back and up above. It looks like there's a little opening in the ceiling.
Where that little pool of water thing looks.
Yeah, that's actually up. That's a ledge that's above them. And that's kind of, you can see, like, okay, well, it looks like that's, their back was, like, towards that, and they were ready to defend it if anybody came at them.
Okay, so before I go up there and look around, I'm gonna divide my good berries amongst my injured compadres. I'll take 3 of them to give myself full health. And then, how many hit points does Jim Jar have?
Jim Jarrett's 1.
Well, I mean, how many does he, like, what's his max?
Like 27?
27.
I'm being mocked.
I'm being mocked. It's not gonna help.
Okay, I'll just split them up evenly. I'll give, technically 17 to Jim Jar and 18 to Barger.
Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then
How much to Fardugan? I can give it to him.
18 to Fardugan and 17 to Jim Jar.
You said 15? Far?
18 to Far
Okay, so...
and 17 to Jim Jar.
I was like, wow,
Here's,
that brought me up to 44.
Yeah.
Then he added
The 25, so 30, 27. So he's at 27. Okay. Or 27 wounds. Sorry. So 27 wounds. Jim Jar is at 9 wounds, so he was brought up pretty good. Okay.
Thanks, bro.
No problem, man. Now, will can my snakes get up there? Are they giant enough to get up on that ledge?
Yeah, they have a 10-foot reach just to attack, so they can definitely go up there.
Just want to make sure nothing's up there, and I'll try to climb up on their backs or whatever I need to do to get up there and search it out.
Okay.
Until like in a Disney movie where they make stairs out of their bodies.
All right, let's open this up.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you go up there, and that's definitely a nest.
Oh. Do I see more things?
You see 4 1-foot diameter eggs.
Ooh.
They have rocky outer shells. They're all half buried in a shallow pit.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
How big are these eggs?
1-foot diameter.
They're pretty big.
Pretty big eggs.
If I inspect the area further, I still don't see anything.
No, you couldn't see anything else.
Okay. Just making sure there's nothing hidden in nests or anywhere else.
Nope.
These things are deadly. We should raise them as our pets.
That makes sense.
Like, I'm not even kidding, man. If those things could knock me down in like 2 hits, imagine what they could do to our enemies.
So
Yeah,
full
that is a
grown
lot of poisonous stakes, man.
I know, right?
the full-grown mama and dada. So I say we could put them in the cart and take them with us. But hook horrors are. I'm just trying to think of like my character. Like they're pretty nasty creatures, aren't they? Matt.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nasty as in how?
Like poor aligned. Like they're not good creatures.
Well, they're not like innately evil or good like a red dragon is.
So they're like kind of neutral or like chaotic neutral or something like that.
Are they technically just like a beast of the Underdark?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're just like pit bulls. You just gotta train them right, and they'll be good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, start hitting them.
Is there any knowledge of like based on my knowledge, like how close are they to hatching?
Are you gonna go touch it?
Sure.
Hey, if he doesn't want to, I will. We all know how stupidly curious my character is.
Okay. Well, so you go up and you touch one, and you can feel it trembling.
Feel it trembling.
Yep.
Like it's ready to hatch, trembling.
Maybe.
That's
I mean, there's definitely something inside of it
yeah.
moving.
My question was like just given my nature background, character and stuff. Like, would I have any more insight into it?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Seems like
You can't tell.
yeah. It seems like my nature check would be better than what it is.
Yeah, right. You just don't know enough about Underdark beings and their hatching habits.
Just for kicks and giggles, I want to see what mine would be if I were to roll one.
18.
Wait. Wait, they're dealing with this adventure map? Like what they're going through there?
Yep.
And my guy just be like checking over my incapacitated brother. I'm not sure what I would use to like, check him out, test reflexes, see how he's, see if I can identify what he might be suffering from. A continual action while they're off doing stuff.
That's fine. Yeah, you can do that for sure. I mean, I assumed you had been doing that in the 2 days that you guys have been in the Underdark so far.
Yeah, I realized I didn't say that, so I figured I better
Okay.
better clarify.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, by the way, Mitch, I would like you to roll a 100-sided die for me while we're on that subject.
100 said?
100-sided die, please.
Hold on. I have to remember how to do that.
So am I
So I
up in
rolled a
good
percent one.
Yes, the percentage.
since I'm eating those good berries? I want to take
22.
Nice.
22. All right. So the reason why I had you roll that is because I really like how you've been very focused on role playing your character and all that. So I wanted to give you a bonus for that, and so your character has inspiration. So if you take your character and click on that, actually I can click on the little button for you. So now you have a star next to your name. So at any point you want to use that, you can use that to roll advantage on something.
And that's why
One
I get
time.
the advantage. So I get to roll 2 dice instead of 1, right?
Yep.
Cool. Man, it makes a big star up there. I
Yeah.
just want to keep it there because I look fancy.
Right.
You're a superstar.
I know, I got a gold star.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've been really legit, playing your character as far as how that, the interaction with that sword and your brother and stuff, so.
I'm trying. Stupid sword.
Yeah, no, it's totally right.
Totally was excited that we got rid of it. Gotta bring it back.
Got it back. I like that sword. It's fun. Okay, so back to the eggs. What are we doing with the eggs?
Well, I
I
just
said-
feel bad that I killed its parents now. So
Technically
As you
you
should be.
didn't, but the snakes did.
The snakes did. The snakes totally did. The snakes worked those freaking things.
So you shouldn't feel bad. We should just take them and become their parents and raise them to be awesome chicken
It's time to go
warriors.
Grizzly Adams on this. Yeah.
we don't have time to raise and hatch and do everything. Do
Well, do you feel bad killing their parents or leaving those baby chicken things to die alone without
the
parents?
the second. I'm gonna go. Man, what gives you guys the best chance of success? Do I have any back knowledge on somewhere I could pick up the eggs and drop them off, Matt, or no?
Someplace that you can pick them up and drop them off?
Like as far as like raising them and whatnot. Like if we leave, they're gonna die. I'm just gonna
For sure, yeah. If you leave them, there's nobody to take care of them. They're gonna hatch, and I mean, there's a possibility they can fend for themselves, but it's a roll the die.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got instincts.
Right. I mean, yeah, you can see that the egg's pretty big, so I mean, it's not like every little thing that's gonna crawl in here is gonna eat them. Like a little rat's not gonna be able to come in and handle them.
Yeah. So I'll take. This is my plan, Tanner. I'll take one egg with us,
Yes.
and I'll go gather a whole bunch of those edible, basically the edible fungi. Just kind of put a whole bunch of them up there for them to eat, and then let the rest of them kind of do what they can do.
That sounds like a good plan. I like that we get to keep one.
Please, Daddy.
Okay.
More like
We'll maybe give one a chance to do well.
Okay. So it's easy. I mean, it's easy enough. You can take it with you. It's not super heavy. It's a decent size egg, but it's definitely carryable.
We'll put it in the cart in a nice warm spot somewhere.
Okay.
And then before we leave this area, can I look in the areas that are maybe more likely to have some of these fungi that I was looking for?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Go. Why don't you just make a general investigation check?
Just one investigation check.
Yeah, just what. Yes, I would say with advantage because you're going for a while, but it's almost like a disadvantage because how rare these things are. So just go ahead and make one roll.
Okay. And then
Guidance wouldn't work with this because it's kind of an overall, right? And the guidance is kind of like you're doing something right now, and you're basically taking, a couple hours to go around this thing.
okay,
But-
so 50.
Not high enough. You did not find any of the exotic fungus. I mean, you were able to find some barrel stock.
I think all the ones I was looking for were exotic, though, weren't they?
Right. Well, because the other ones are more mainly just for food and water, while the exotic ones actually have different properties that'll do
Yeah.
pretty cool things. And just so you're aware, so you can keep an eye on it, the DC, at least typically the DC for finding exotic fungi is 20.
Okay.
And even then, for some of the more complicated ones, or the more rare, it's even higher than that. So
Okay, I see. I was looking. Okay, perfect. I'm done in here then.
okay, can you roll a 10-sided for me?
A 10?
Yep. Actually, roll it one more time. Okay, thank you. So everybody comes back to the party. Actually, I need Mitch. Let's have you roll a. You're not really proficient in medicine, but go ahead and just roll a medicine check for me.
Medicine?
Yeah, actually roll it with advantage because you've been with your brother for a while.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so I thought of a name.
I just
We're
roll it
gonna
again,
call
right?
him Cluck Norris.
Hey, you would.
Okay, so 14.
So from what you can, so you've checked him out. Like I was saying before, like so his right arm, basically his strong arm, where he obviously was holding the sword.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost looks burnt, and it comes up to about mid forearm, and it just kind of fades back into like super pale, almost like most of the pigment in his skin was like drawn toward that arm, and is just kind of heavy set in that arm. Because you know the sword was black as well. If you think back, the Deep King was he was almost he was a much darker shade than the rest of the Durgar. So there's kind of that correlation between this sword kind of has a evil presence to. Obviously, you've dealt with that a bit, but it almost seems to want to turn put part of itself in the user, which ends up taking over the character. And then when it leaves, it finds its way out because it's tied to the sword, and so that's why it looks like it's more off to the arm. And when it got taken from him, he lost part of himself.
Okay.
So it's not you can't. It doesn't see. It's not a it's not a mental thing that you can just be cured. It's not a greater restoration type thing. There's more to it than that, and it's linked back to the sword.
Okay.
Mitch, we could leave him up there with those hook whores. He could be their parents.
I think it's the only honorable thing to do. So, the fun thing is I realize now we made the mistake leaving the sword behind and not destroying it.
I don't think we could have destroyed that thing if we wanted to.
I agree, but it sounds like that's probably the way to get it back, or get him back as much as possible. Being as we kind of made the sword after the One Ring in Lord of the Rings,
Wasn't the
it kind of fits the bill.
just to get him though? Like, wasn't your mission to go down and find him?
So our mission had been to recover our brother and destroy the sword.
Okay.
And if we couldn't save our brother, to, like, if we couldn't get the sword from him, to kill him as well as destroy the sword.
Okay.
Basically to prevent him from becoming a kind of evil overlord type person.
Well, that wasn't necessarily the original quest. Your quest kind of morphed into that because of what happened.
Well, yeah. Sorry. That's why we had re-entered the Underdark.
Well, guys, what do you say
I
we
wrote notes.
rest and then keep on keeping on?
John is watching, just so you guys know. So if you want some feedback, just let me know. He's watching the Twitch stream
Oh, okay.
Okay.
so that he can.
What does he think about my name for the chicken?
We'll see. We'll see what he answers. Well,
Chicken man.
technically, okay. So you guys have come back. Obviously, you have the. I don't know if you've even shown them the egg. Because who is carrying the egg right now?
I thought it was in the cart.
Oh yeah, you guys went. You put it in the cart. Okay, so everybody, so they do know that. Okay, wow, we have this egg here now. Cluck Norris is the name.
Yes.
I was trying to remember what it was.
The name for the hook or Cluck Norris.
But it's awesome.
Yeah,
My notes.
yeah, it's an interesting name.
I'm gonna put that in.
Yeah, write it down. Take some notes.
So if I make a note thing, does that stay, or is that like?
No, that stays. I can read those notes too,
Okay.
and I can actually go in and change them.
That's where I need to start putting stuff because I keep forgetting the paper I'll write stuff down on.
Yeah, no, for sure. And if I need to adjust something, or you want me to read something, if it's like a private message, that's one way to do it. I think you can even whisper me. Fancy Grounds is pretty good at that. So.
You do that?
Yeah, I mean, we've been using Discord to do that. The whispers and stuff. Like, I've had whispers from people, and I just do it through Discord. It's easy enough. I mean, I do have to minimize Fantasy Grounds, but it works.
How do you whisper though? Like, how do you?
I think if you have to double click on the.
I can see how I could choose what language I write in. That's it.
Lock double value now. GN. Oh, so if I right click on your characters, I can whisper. I don't know how to
Yeah, I was gonna
whisper
say.
to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know how to whisper to the other party members, not the DM. It seems like there'd be a way to do that though.
Yeah, there's got to be. Anyway, like I said, we can just use Discord or you can use those notes. No big deal. All right, so everybody's gathered at the area where you guys took out the gnolls. Okay. So what is the plan? Are you guys getting up? You guys wanting to do a rest here? You are on a pretty well-traveled trail, according to Farkle. This is the route that he took to get to Gracklstug, and this is the route that you guys are taking to get back.
Yeah, I say we go back to that horror's lair and take a rest. That's my vote.
With all the babies ready to hatch.
Just one. We left the other ones up in the nest.
Yeah, they left 3 back, so it's just
Oh, I
one.
thought that's where you were saying you wanted to go to their lair. Sorry, I misheard.
Oh, I don't even know where we're going.
We actually couldn't get the cart in there though. It's too big, huh?
Yeah, you cannot. Those those small little trails. The cart's too big to go down in there.
Okay. Then I either say we go up to the very far north and rest, or to the very far south and rest, where that first area, I'll put the brown bear there. Either here, or, wrong direction, or up here.
Okay, I'll leave it up to you guys. You guys have been traveling. I mean, you guys are pretty tired. It's more towards the end of the day. This is the end of the second day.
Okay, so I vote we go stay down there to the south.
Okay. Oh, and by this time, all your snakes have they've disappeared.
Oh yeah, like they were gone when I was looking for things.
Right. Yeah. Wonder if I can just. It's got to be a quick way to get rid of these giant spiders in here. I have to right click, and then it takes 3 clicks for each.
Wait, giant spiders.
You can't.
Or the snakes. Sorry.
He just gave it out. Hide, guys.
no, literally, it was the snakes. All right, let's put So where are you guys? Are you going down by the B? Is that?
Do you guys have a preference?
That was my vote.
I don't mind. I'm just gonna try and bond with this Cluck
feels-
Norris.
Only got one entrance. Most defensible.
We think so, at least. I searched around. I had a pretty good roll, and I didn't find anything. Doesn't
What's
mean.
this? What's this role you speak of?
All right, I think that's everybody. It's not like it necessarily matters. Okay, so
I like the giant B for base.
B stands for cart, actually, Mitch.
I wonder.
Obviously. All right, you guys get through the night just fine. No worries. So everybody has had a long rest.
Okay, and that gives me some good grades back. So they get all their hit points back?
All the hit points and half of the hit dice that you've used, which I don't think anybody's used any.
So before let me see here. Before we take our rest, can I cast my little find mount so I have my horse with me?
Yeah, that's fine. I think Gerald's going to do the same thing. Honestly, I forgot to look up the stats for.
You can pick
No,
it
well, he
if you
doesn't.
wanna-
He wants a lizard.
Oh, I was just gonna go with the basic war horse. But I can go with just a riding horse if you think the war horse is too much.
You're just going to have a tough time down in the Underdark on a horse.
How
I'm
big do these
I'm gonna hook it up to
horrors
the.
get?
I'm gonna hook it up to the wagon.
All right, let me. So find steed. What are there limitations on it? You summon a spirit that assumes form an unusual, intelligent, strong, and loyal steed, creating a long-lasting bond with you, carrying an occupied space. Steed is.
You're
Fuck
right, though,
no,
the
it's
Underdark.
just big enough. I'm
I
gonna
should
ride 'em.
probably. I should probably get like a donkey.
If your steed has intelligence of 5 or less, its intelligence becomes 6, and it gains the ability to understand one language of your choice that you speak. Okay, so it's a smart animal.
Yeah.
It just when it dies, it disappears. Just curious on like, is there a CR rating that it needs to CR of half, or the giant lizard's a CR of half?
From the few books that I've read, like not D&D books, but like the Dritz books, all the Underdark people pretty much ride those lizards.
Right. So I'm gonna look up the giant lizard here real quick. It's only a CR. It's only a CR of half, which I'm fine with.
What is the challenge rating? I never quite understood what that meant.
So the challenge rating is if you have a party, I think it's 4. So if you have a party of 4, that they're all level 6, that means they can take on an encounter of challenge level 6. So a giant lizard, a quarter, right? You would need to take on this party. You would need a buttload of giant lizards.
Oh, I see. So as a DM, it just guides you.
Yes.
So is the half. So it's a little stronger than the lizard, but not by much.
What is the warhorse?
Yeah, is challenge. It says 1/2.
Gotcha. Now here, the giant lizard has a challenge rating of a quarter.
Well, I'll just do the riding horse because that's got a challenge rating of a quarter too.
Okay, I don't know if you can change steeds or if this is your steed. I mean, obviously, if it dies, it comes back.
Yeah.
Like you can bring it back, but I don't know if
Bring
you
it
can
back,
change
and it
them
says
or.
you can change it, but you can only have one bonded to you at a time.
Okay, gotcha.
So like, if I have the riding horse, that's the one I can have until I imagine I have to do a long rest and then disband it and bring it back again.
Okay.
I was reading some people have house rules that put it like you can only change form once a week, or whatever.
Right. Okay, so we now have a giant lizard with us and a riding horse.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, are you ready to take off? Are you ready to leave this area?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, my horse's name is Humperdinck.
Humperdinck. Nice. Very nice.
Anybody want a peanut?
Yeah, it's true. Fezzik might be a better name for him.
Hold on. I need to do something. So you guys rested for 8 hours.
What did I roll for earlier?
Same thing I'm rolling for right now.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. Just checking. All right, you guys gather all of your stuff, and you start heading out of the wagon. It's not more than 4 hours going down the cavern. You guys enter a almost like a crossroads. So it goes into a rather large cavern, stalagmites, stalactites, kind of everywhere. It's probably 80 feet across. There are 4 openings coming through. Farkle tells you which one that we're going to go down. And coming through another one is a... of course, I changed the page. Where are you, my friend? No, not there. It is right. Okay. So you see an Orog walking in, and it's semi odd looking.
What is an Orog?
Yeah. You
Oh,
said
so-
I should know what it is.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
Actually, typically I should show you pictures or tell you there's just a humanoid, but I kind of forgot. So let me show you what this
Fine.
dude looks like.
Saying humanoid actually is more helpful to me at the moment. Okay. It is a humanoid figure.
Is a humanoid
Just
figure.
imagine like an orc or something, or like a ogre.
All right. So you see this. However, he doesn't look like this. So and
That guy looks cool.
and it's the clothes that this Orog is wearing looks very similar to something that Shugen Spy saw very early on in the Underdark. He's wearing these really beautiful robes, well made, intricate detailing. He doesn't have a weapon. He's just kind of moseying through. The same.
I saw very early in the Underdark.
Yes, you did, and it was very similar to a troglodyte that you guys faced in a muck pit.
Did I miss this day?
I don't think so.
I don't remember this.
So this was early. I think it was day 1, and it was supposed to be a non-combat encounter, but our bard Cord went and picked a fight.
Yeah, I missed that day. That's why.
Did you?
I don't remember
Yes.
picking a fight with this guy, but remind
You
me.
didn't.
Oh.
Cord did.
Well, yes.
Your dead character.
Was somebody controlling Cord when this fight was picked, or was I controlling?
You were controlling Cord.
Okay. I don't remember this encounter.
Really? It was Skris the Troglodyte. He was.
Oh yeah, I tried to shove him into the mud and I failed and fell on. Okay.
Yes. And so Gecko, he quickly perks up and he takes his carry-on crawler that he's been riding, and goes quickly up to this guy. I don't know if anybody's following me. He goes up there pretty quick and starts talking to him, far enough away that you guys can't hear him. Hear what he's saying. But they seem to be hitting it off rather quickly. He's Gecko saying things enough to perk his interest. And then Gecko turns around and comes back and he's like, guys, unfortunately I'm gonna have to leave you. I can't give you much information. But I've had visions about the Society of Brilliance and the things that they can teach me and the places that they can take me, and it's something that I have to go and do, and I'm running out of time. So I hope that at some point we can meet again, and I don't know if this place exists, but I have to try. I've heard rumors of a grand library. And if you guys ever find a path to Graven Hollow. No, wait. Shoot. That's not it. Graven Hollow is the, oh, come on. Actually, I think I can find it in the front.
You know, I'm surprised Gecko's actually even telling us any of this instead of just running off. Normally he just dips out and calls it good.
Oh, no, I was right. Graven Hollow, yeah.
What's it called?
Graven Hollow. And
so I guess
there are rumors that it doesn't exist, but I have to try. So we'll see you later.
okay.
Bye.
Farewell, Gecko. Thanks for speaking with us as you leave.
Yep. So he's up on his troglodyte,
Quest.
or not, on his carry-on crawler, and he takes off.
Yay.
Yeah, he had grown pretty close with Dokal, mainly because he's being controlled by him. But they tend to do stuff together.
So is Dokal going with him?
No, Dokal is not going with him.
Okay.
It's something that he wants to do by himself, or he doesn't really care. He's just off. So.
All right.
Well done.
Yeah.
So do we just remove his token?
Yes. So, well, I mean, this map is toast anyway. But I will take him off of...
Use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
I will take ownership of Gecko. And I will remove him from the party. Move from party and combat tracker.
See some.
Oh, it looks like I never put Pink Eye back anyway, so we're good there. Oh, and so as you're traveling, you also start. Okay, you also start sensing the egg is. You can start hearing cracking sounds coming from the egg in the back of the cart.
Okay, back.
Welcome back.
All right. I'm gonna run to the back of the cart. I want to be the first person that sees.
Okay.
Oh wait, did I miss something?
Yeah. So the egg is starting to hatch
It's in the back of the cart.
in the back of the cart. Starting to hear some cracking noises coming from it.
I'm gonna help my brother out of the cart and kind of set him down against the wall a little bit back, just in case.
I'm
Okay.
gonna gather some of its food, whatever I think it eats,
Okay.
and be ready to just kind of feed it.
Okay. So yeah, so it starts. You can see one little claw like pop out one side. Big old chunk of egg pops off. You can start seeing it come out. It finishes breaking the egg, pops out, looks and does see you. You are the first one that it sees.
Okay. Awesome. I start feeding it.
Okay. It eats. It's hungry. So it definitely takes it and starts eating it. What are you feeding it? I guess would be the appropriate question.
So
Hatch.
to back up there,
Mhm.
again, any of my experience here in the Underdark give me any idea into what it would prefer more than another? Based on bones in the layer, based on any of that stuff.
Right. I mean, it'll eat meat. It likes hard things. So there's a lot of. It was hard, like Zerkwood. There was some bits of Zerkwood in there. And there were bits of bones, like rat bones, but obviously that was more. Those were big meaty bones for mom and dad, opposed to the little guys.
Okay, so then we give it some of the Zerkwood then,
Okay.
until it appears to be happy. How's it acting?
Okay, so the little So this thing so it's tiny. Right now it has 4 hit points, has an AC of 10, and it has no effective attacks. Just so you know.
It's fine.
For now.
It'll grow.
For now, it is an infant.
Careful, you know how we sometimes have to treat infants.
That is very true.
So in other words, you're saying don't get too attached.
Or
A
at least
dragon
don't
might
talk
want
to
you to kill it.
Don't talk to a red dragon while you're waiting.
Well, I'm trying to save it if I can.
Okay.
Does it seem to be responding to me like it would a parent?
Yes, for sure. Definitely feels like it imprinted on you.
Okay, cool.
Or you imprinted on it. Is that more appropriate? I don't know. But yeah, it's responding to you. It's definitely, it takes the food. It has no, like, defensive posture or anything.
Okay.
Totally just
It's
chill.
actually quite cute.
It is.
We W Cluck Norris.
Who's a little Cluck Norris?
Okay, we're ready.
Okay.
Hiding in its beak is another fist.
I'm gonna have to bond with this thing eventually so it likes me too.
Okay. Gotta get my other notes up here. All right. So I'm assuming you guys are going to continue on the path. Is there anything else you want to do? Actually, Kevin, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
We left that map, right?
Yes, I closed it. I don't need it anymore.
Cool.
Okay.
I put my brother back in the cart and rehook up comforting to the cart and have him help us carry it along.
So Gerald's pretty adamant that if you're gonna keep that hook horror in the cart, that you don't keep your brother in the cart. It's how passive he is. He may get nibbled on.
We just like barricade it with some crates.
Well, I mean, there's armor, and that thing cannot eat through armor. So if you want to just lay some of the armor that you got from him, you can
How
block it.
How like stable is he? Like, could he sit a horse, or is he? Because you said he's kind of out of it. But
He's out of it. I mean, he can still walk. He still has some of that.
So he can walk. He can not really talk.
Right. If that horse started taking off, he wouldn't be able to keep up. Like he wouldn't be able to hold on and react as needed if the horse started bucking.
But since it's an intelligent magical horse, it's probably okay.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Okay, so I'll have him ride the horse then. We'll continue with is it Fardugan we had pulling it?
It's mainly Farkle that's pulling it.
I was like, why am I pulling your cart?
Sorry.
I mean, you guys do switch off just because if it was always Farkle, it would take a little longer to keep moving.
Okay. Sounds
What
good.
was the deal we struck with Farkle again? When we get there, he was gonna like give us something, or
He didn't know exactly what he could get you guys.
okay. I just couldn't remember what the deal was.
Right. I mean, he said that he could definitely get you guys some sort of reward because deep gnomes are fair. That he's not in charge of that. He would just have to get there, get the items, and take off.
Okay.
And so
What was his name again?
Farkle.
Farkle. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was the name we made up last time because we forgot the original name because it was like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, I can't remember. So, how much farther is it, Farkle?
Well, it's been 2 days, so we've got another 21.
Jeez. Jeez.
It's long.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Right. And
So
so
what are our choices right now, Matt?
what's what?
What are our choices right now
What do you mean?
as far as what we're doing?
Do whatever you want. Unless you guys just want to continue traveling, you can. If you want to stop and do something else, let me know. Or I'm just going to assume that you're heading towards Lindenstone.
I say we continue on our way.
Head towards, but just remember that maybe each day or whatever, I just want to re-roll a perception or an investigation check for.
Yeah, that's why I had you roll that perception.
Oh, okay. I almost got it. I got a 19.
Yeah. Well, again, guidance for this, it's like a long all-day thing isn't going to work.
Oh,
Because guidance is more like instantaneous.
gotcha.
So what we'll do is we're gonna have the lizard pull the cart.
That makes
We're gonna
sense.
strap the lizard to the cart and have him pull it, since you guys now have mounts.
A lizard seems like an odd mount to me. I'm not a subworlder.
I don't know. It seems like there's a rift between you and Gerald starting to develop.
I've been having trouble sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it sucks he's not on here.
Well, he's kind of. He is watching and responding.
Oh, is he on a...
He's watching the
Discord?
Twitch. That's why I'm able to get some feedback from him to be able to push his character along. I don't have that from Dokal though, so
we can mess with Dokal.
we can totally mess with Dokal. And the fact that I also don't have to control Gecko now, I think we're okay.
It's a good idea to send him out.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping that Jared's schedule was going to adjust soon enough that I didn't have to, because if Gecko's gone, he can't level up. So I was hoping to keep him with us, keep him.
Gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
he got to level up to 5 though, right?
Yeah, I know he got to level 5.
Probably gonna be a while before we level up again.
Probably, but it is still milestone.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, as long as he helps us with the milestone, right?
Yes.
Or it's Jared, so I'm fine if you want to drop him a couple levels. Just kidding.
Okay, so you guys are moving on. It's been an uneventful 3 more days. So you're at day 5 going through here. Your days of wandering through the darkness continue. With any luck, you're headed in the right direction. But Farkle's pretty confident since he's taken this quite a few times. One wet stalactite-filled limestone cave begets. Oh, hold on.
You can wait on mine. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. Begets one wide granite tunnel, begets a scramble up a crumbling shaft, begets a nervous walk across a gallery too large to judge its size. Emerging from such a huge gallery into tighter tunnel seems almost comforting, and you find yourselves traveling in a brewed limestone tunnel, 15 to 25 feet wide, 30 to 40 feet tall. Its floors worn smooth by the passage of water long ago. Then, so up the tunnel, oh, this is what I want to read. Alright. Somehow, above the din of the deafening shriekers, you hear a voice from above. So as you're going through, you start hearing these loud shrieking noises, one from each side of this cavern. Okay, let me show you what we've got. It's like an alarm. What's going on? Did I lag?
It's loading.
Oh, okay. Okay, you guys can see it now, right? All right. So let me. Well, you see black. Oh, you guys can see the scribbles.
I just see scribbles.
That's all I can see.
That's lame. Anyway,
Oh wait, if I zoom out. Oh no.
I'm starting to uncover some stuff.
Okay. Are the scribbles your like notes?
Well, the scribbles
Not
are
pay attention to them.
don't pay attention to them. The scribbles that you're seeing are actually the path you take. So it's like a cliff, and those. So I guess the one that's the two middle ones are the walk path you are, and then there's a cliff, and then you see the top one. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are in basically like a ravine as you're walking through this area.
And the scribbles are where the cliff starts up.
Yes, correct. So that's kind of the path that you see that is tight right there. Okay, or that's the path that you're on. Okay, and as you're walking into this area, you start hearing those alarms go off. All right, and you start hearing a voice from above. Looking up, you see a hulking, large, tusked orc dressed in full plate, holding a javelin in one hand, battle axe in the other. He stands on a limestone ledge, a tunnel you hadn't previously noticed extending from behind him. Hold on, I need to bring up this encounter. Okay.
Okay, so we got a big orc coming up that are talking to us.
Well,
Hopefully, just talking to us.
Yes, I mean, like, are we under attack, or is he talking to us?
he's just holding the javelin with the battle axe. Okay? He says, "Who dares enter the territory of the Goro clan without leave?" He shouts in surprising good common. The shriekers go quiet mid-sentence as the large orc glares down upon you. 3 others on different ledges above reveal themselves as well. All, including the leader, maintain a defensive level of cover.
Makes sense.
So that would be
What town are we going to again?
you guys are going to Blingdenstone.
Lingdenstone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, like I said, I had to adjust what we're doing since we're lacking so many people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to. So there's one. We have 2 there. So those circles that I drew are columns. If that makes
They're
sense.
kind of hiding behind the columns.
Yeah. So those are the 4 that you see.
Where are we at?
So you guys are coming in from the left. I probably have to bring you guys in, right? So there's. Oh, it just happened. That was weird. So there's Far, Sugar and Spice, Jokel, Eldith, Jim Jar, Prince Durndale, Damien. Wait, did I bring in Gerald? May have missed him.
Yeah. I thought you did, but no, I don't see him. Sorry. Oh, that was Sugar and Spice. Gotta zoom in.
Gerald.
There he is.
Okay,
So,
so there's all y'all. Okay.
so I apologize, my good sir. We were simply on our way to. I just asked you for it. And I can't remember what it was called. Lingdenstone. Did we stray off the right path?
You must have. What are you doing in our territory?
While all this is going on, I'm gonna cast. Never mind. I'll hold on for this minute.
And the
We were
NPC
just-
we're with, his name's
Farkle.
Farkle.
I just say we were just passing through. We were unaware that this was someone's territory. We apologize for intruding. I'm gonna get my.
As to not hold up the game too, Matt, before we roll initiative, if it comes to that, there's a few questions I want to ask because there might be a few actions I take before. So we can keep with the conversation, but just know.
Okay. Yep, that's fair. He's like, if you seek passage, I need 5,000 gold pieces.
Come get it.
That's a hefty price. You know, look at Farkle.
If you cannot afford our price, then you may bring us something else of value. The heads of Nettie the Etten.
What?
What say you?
What is Nettie the Eden?
Nettie the Etten.
Who or what is that?
Etten is a
Nettie the Etten.
Etten is a giant.
Where do we find Nettie the Etten?
He points back the way you came. He said, "Go back that way. Take the first cavern to your right. Go down a little ways, and you'll find him."
Obviously we're gonna discuss that amongst the group, so we're about to go fight a giant, maybe. I'd
What are
rather
these-
not.
How tall are these cliffs?
The cliffs are 15 feet tall, and they're pretty steep.
So it'll be very difficult to climb them.
Yes, the DC on these walls are pretty high.
Okay, so one moment, good sir. Let us discuss your proposition. So, Farkle, is this the correct path?
Yeah. There's a tunnel back behind them.
Are these things seem to be like based here? Have you ever come across them before?
No,
Orcs.
no. I mean, it's been almost a month since I've been through here.
I'm cool going.
And Farkle doesn't know any way around.
That was my next question.
What were you
Well-
saying, Kevin?
I said I'm cool going after the Etten.
Yeah, he might have some cool stuff over there we can pick up too.
Unfortunately, I don't see any way around it.
I just don't see a great way to fight these guys right now.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at a different option because I'm almost died already. So let's not that fighting a giant has any less of a chance of me staying alive or dying, but who knows? I guess we'll go kill a giant.
So the deal is, head of the Etten, we'll give it back to you, and you'll let us pass.
Correct.
Okay.
What has the Etten done that you require its head?
It's for me to know.
Can we speak to me? Sorry.
He doesn't answer. He just gives you a look. He doesn't quite understand.
Let's go see what the Etten has to say.
Can we have this guy roll an intelligence check?
Let's see. Okay. Do we perceive that they're telling the truth and they say we can pass if we bring back the head?
Yeah, go ahead and make a insight check.
Jeez. I think he's honest.
Yeah, you haven't dealt with these things before, or enough to really know their demeanor. What's with all the 8s? That's 3 8s.
What about any of our other allies? What are their rolls?
It's time for crazy 8s.
Yeah, we're not going to go through all the other allies.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I know.
Let's go back and have a look at this guy.
Okay. So you guys turn around, take off.
The first, right?
Yep. Kind of explains it, probably a little bit better than I did, how to get there.
So it's like an ent.
Well, it's an Etten.
Etten. Is it? So no N. I was thinking Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
Right. No, I feel you.
Do we
And
know anything? Does our character know anything about what Ettens are?
Make an insight check.
It's not just a
All of
commonly
us or
known thing.
just him?
Not an insight. What is it? Nature check.
All of us or just him?
Whoever wants. I mean, you all can, I guess. Yeah. For all you know is that he wants the heads from Nettie the Etten.
Heads, plural.
Plural.
It's plural.
From what I understand,
What is with the Underdark and all these two-headed creatures?
it's
I
a
can't make a decision with just one. Is someone saying something? I think it.
I don't know. It sounded like somebody was about to
Yeah,
say
okay.
something.
I thought my audio just cut out.
An Etten is a two-headed giant, from my knowledge. I don't know if my character knows that, but
Not per your role.
not based on my 12.
Yeah. You do know it has two heads.
Because we need both of them.
Yes.
Okay. Let's head back that way then.
Okay.
Unless you guys are all opposed.
I'm good. Let's do it.
All right. You guys turn around
Let's
and
go.
you go back, and it appears to be kind of the way you came. You turn right into a much larger cavern. You see off to the side, which was kind of where he described where the Etten would be, and you start kind of veering off in that direction. And from the featureless cavern, a voice calls out from the darkness. I am Nettie the Invisible Etten. You dare enter my domain, comes a voice from the unseen source.
The invisible Etten.
It's an invisible Etten?
Yep.
I think he's only invisible because it's dark in there.
Can we tell where the voice is coming from? Is it just in front of us? Is it behind us? Or
It is into that side tunnel off to the right.
am I looking at a map right now?
No. Which I don't know why I said the right. It's just kind of, you guys went and it's to your right, so it's there. Off in that direction.
Fair enough.
His name's Eddie?
What's that?
You say his name's Eddie?
Nettie.
Nettie.
Eddie the Etten.
Net Nettie.
Use the restroom real quick.
I love that show.
Alright, so since there was really no response, it continues. Nettie the Invisible Etten knows why you are here. You are here to kill Nettie the Invisible Etten for the Orogs. And for nothing more than passage down their hall. No. I won't allow it. Nettie the Invisible Etten has a counter proposal. Bring Nettie the Invisible Etten the head of Mug the Orog. And Nettie the Invisible Etten will give you a reward.
What reward?
You'll like it. I promise.
Will
What
we
dis-
now?
What dispute do you have with the Orogs?
I don't have a dispute with the Orogs. The Orogs want you to kill me, so I say go kill them.
Why would they want to kill you?
I don't know.
You obviously do know, or else you wouldn't have
Made a
understood
counter
why we're coming here.
Ah, I see things. I know.
Man, I'm rolling like crap today.
How big is this party that is with this dude?
What do you mean?
Like how many people are with him?
With him? Oh, I don't know. A handful.
Well, some people's hands are bigger than others.
Ah, Nettie the Invisible Etten. Big hands.
Yes.
Well, so far, what reward are you going to give us?
Ooh, good stuff. Magic stuff.
Magic stuff, huh? So you say you know things, you see things, right?
Oh yes.
Can you see into one's mind?
No, nobody can see minds.
Okay, I was gonna. Okay, never mind.
So far, I like this guy a lot better than the other guy. The other guy was just
Me too.
rude and powerful.
Nettie, do you know any way to reach them at the top of the cliffs?
Climb.
Some of us aren't quite as large as you.
Climb. Build ladders.
Unfortunately, we have a lack of wood.
You have a lack of wood, my friend. The rest of us.
You said you wouldn't bring it up.
So I have a I have a way we could get us all up there if we need to. So I'm for following Eddie. Is there any way to? He already answered. Never mind.
On that, we could see if we could get him to help us out.
Yeah. So we could. Are we done talking to Eddie?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
He's less threatening than the orcs. And he hasn't given me any reason to want to hate him, so.
Eddie or Nettie, I prefer to see who I'm speaking with. Can we see you man to man before we head out to carry out this task?
Oh, nobody sees Nettie the Invisible Eden.
Does it sound like? What does the voice sound like? Does it sound like big?
It sounds relatively big. It's kind of high in the air. It's a little bit higher pitched voice, but it's pretty high up in the air.
Why do you hide? I don't know why I gave him my voice a gravelly thing today, but
I don't hide. I am Nettie the Invisible Eden. I am invisible. Nobody sees me.
thank you.
No, there are no such things as invisible Edens.
Can I tell if
I am Nettie the Invisible Eden.
Can I tell if he's a little slow in the brain at all?
Well, to know if someone's slow in the brain, one has to be slow in the brain. So yes, you can tell. Go and make an insight check.
Alright. Insight is that one.
I made an insight while I was talking to you. It was not very good.
I
Right,
should've just
nobody's
gone
rolling
for an
good.
insight check. Let's go with the one before that says 17.
We're gonna go with the 8. I think insight 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. There's been 5 8s for insight checks in a row.
I bet I can get better than 8. There we go, 20.
Yeah.
Ed does not seem dumb.
Yeah, I don't think he's dumb.
He just doesn't get out much or talk to people very often.
I'm just doubting that he's truly an invisible Eden. So
Somebody
Yeah.
should light a torch and throw it in then.
why haven't you taken care of this?
There's too many.
There's too many. You said you didn't know how many there were.
There's a handful. Big hands. Big Eden hands.
But you're invisible.
How?
Surely it'd be easy task for someone with such large hands to take them out one at a time.
Well, if they come to me, then I will finish them.
So here's my
No
thought
need to leave cave.
So here's
So
my
if
thought process. We are going to be stopped playing in 35 minutes. So let's go do something. Let's go.
so,
I say we follow his quest, and then I have one potion of climbing, but I also could call a pack of eagles, or not eagles, a pack of giant owls to take us in there, and they could drop us up on the cliffs, or we could bring in fake heads and try to draw people down to us, and then do that.
or we come in and call them all, whatever a good orc insult is, and then run back to the invisible Etten.
Make them go towards each other.
Yeah.
I think they're
And
smart than that. The orc like talks really good common and seemed pretty smart, so I don't think they'll fall for a trap that way.
that's no fun.
That's
Yeah.
that's my vote. I don't know what you guys think.
They definitely have a nice high perch up there.
I was gonna say they're gonna rain down upon
Well,
us.
I have a bow and arrow. Oh, bow and arrows. So I could just start shooting people.
I have 0 range because I'm an idiot. Which makes sense because my intelligence is 8.
Yeah, makes sense totally. So I guess this is the ultimate question though. Like, whichever battle you do, it could last a while, and it's already 11:30, and it's 12:30 for Kevin.
That's why I said
Oh.
we only got 35 minutes or so.
Because it's
Daylight savings.
yeah, that's I forgot. Stupid.
So
daylight
I know we didn't like battle, but do you want to have other people to control their characters? Because I don't really know how to run Dokal.
That would
That's-
probably be a good idea.
I know, like, you guys want to fight. I just maybe it may because I think either one's going to be whichever way you go is going to be a battle.
Well, I agree that I think Nettie's seems like the nicer guy.
Yeah.
Not just because he's offering us reward, but
Yeah, exactly. He
didn't
Seems-
insult us initially, and
seems more reasonable to deal with.
the invisible giant person versus the well-spoken orc.
Anybody can be well spoken, but manners.
Exactly. That's an oxymoron.
And then we can actually start next session in 2 weeks with a battle, just right away.
Yeah, there we go. So let's go in and provoke them to attack us, and then call it good.
Let's not
Hey,
do that.
If we don't do that, then the other players will figure out a way to avoid the conflict.
Avoid the conflict and go after Nettie, which way you
Yeah.
don't want to go.
So we'll go in, we'll just throw a rock at the head orc and then back up.
A rock that says, just because you're well spoken doesn't mean you're cool.
Sorry, we don't treat with little girls.
Or is that the plan, or do you want to go through with the fight? Because I'm good either way.
I'm fine with waiting, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, we can wait.
I would like to fight, but I have no idea how to control those other characters. I don't know really what they have. So
I could probably handle Gerald just because he's another paladin, pretty similar, just shield bash first.
Yeah, he wants to shield bash, get him on the ground, and he gets 2 attacks.
2 attacks, and I get the 2 attacks.
really, it's Dokal that he's got.
Yeah.
It's all the crazy spells, the quickens, all that stuff that I'm not
Um,
sure on how to really deal with.
He's pretty good at doing all that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just firebolt.
I mean, yeah, we could just have him sit back and just cast firebolts the entire time when he can see them.
So he could be a ranged attacker. I can easily turn into something. I could easily summon stuff. Fardugan's a ranged attacker. And Eldith is a ranged attacker. Other than that, I think everyone else is kind of ground people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool waiting. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about the daylight savings switch.
I know.
So
I didn't have to deal with it in Arizona.
what does Eldith want to do?
Eldith is kind of in the same lines as you. I mean, she would rather not fight anybody, but she would rather side with the Etten because
Yep.
I mean, it's essentially orcs, and she hates orcs. So
I'm as a half elf. I'm on that too.
okay, so everybody's done all the stuff they needed to do for like level up and whatnot.